Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good daffy, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are. You'll have to bear with me as I'm getting used to getting into Let's Play again, and emulating. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like getting used to being called Johnbonne again rather than Withy Warlock, John Napier, John A. Roberts, and so on and so forth. So yeah, just a bit of a preamble before I begin. The game we're going to be playing today is Ripto's Rage, not Gateway to Glimmer as I previously knew it. So this is the US version of the game, the NTSC, I think it's called. It's been a while since I've actually been following video games, it's been mostly focused on D&D lately. So there may be some differences in language, censorship, and music as well, what different tracks are being played, depending on the level. So it'll be interesting to see what music is played, if there's any hidden music that is previously unreleased in the European version of Gateway to Glimmer. So yeah, and I'll probably be going through this as if you've never played Spyro before, because it'll be like my first time in a few years playing this game. So yeah, I'll be trying to look at the historical relevance of it, just completely fanboying out, and yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So we're going to start a new game. Love the crisp sound effects, very different to Spyro 1. I used to actually just love tinkering around with the music there. Also as well, triangle button. I like triangle button being the return button, the back button, rather than circle. Or B, as it is on the Xbox One controller. So let's begin. I will be talking about cutscenes after they've completed. So that I don't interrupt the voice audio.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores. Yeah, I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
I shall have to look at that skybox, because I think, because in Spyro the Dragon they made quite a few unique assets for the cutscenes, so I'm wondering if that skybox is the same as Dragon Shores when you unlock that level.
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto angrier.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
You saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, teeth like this, and they spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon!
Sorry, I can't help but mime along. I used to know all of the words to all the cutscenes in the game.
Hi, which way's the... beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons! Ow! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go! You imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who is that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
So if Ripto dies, his progress is at least saved at that point there, all the way back at Glimmer, so that's quite good. So, well, right, I need to get used to the controls again, because I believe, yes, the stick, oops, daisies, the stick does not change the camera around. So, first interesting thing to note about Spyro 2 Gateway to Ripto's Rage is that you actually start in a level, not in the lobby, or the hub, or the overworld. I don't know if Spyro has a specific word for it, though. I'll have to find out later on. So I'm going to have a chat to this NPC here.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
Most certainly. Destructible environments. I'm going to try not to fanboy too much like that. Oh yes, of course, I used to say that I used to have this sort of meme of like gems in the walls. And well, they're much more prominent here, I shall say. Yeah. What a nice level to start in as well, because gems being like one of the main collectibles of all the Spyro games, like the most common thing. You of course have a gem-themed level, which was more like of an oversight in like the Game Boy Advance games like Season of Ice and Flame, which I have had the pleasure of completing one of them. I think it was Season of Ice. Season of Flame I didn't have much fun with because like the flights were way too difficult. Like I wanted, if I'm going to play this game, I want to 100% complete it, and I thought I am not going to 100% complete this, so I thought no, that's it. I am not spending any time with it. I mean, the games weren't that great, so it's not that great a loss, but they were decent. I remember reviewing them as the Greasy Gamer, and I didn't like them all that much at the time. Like, I really just wanted, well, a full 3D Spyro game. And I think I used like the defense of like, it's a 32-bit
I'm a friend of Alora's, and she's asked me to help you out. Whenever you find
handheld console, so it should surely be able to play 32-bit games like PS1, right? Not quite.
That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
So in the previous game, in order to have a checkpoint, you'd have to find the dragon and free it from its crystal cage, and then you could save the game there onto your memory card. And this is like this, however, is like an autosave. Another thing as well is that Spyro can hover by pressing triangle in the air. So it would normally bring you to an abrupt stop, like so. Oh, maybe not. I was going to try and glide into a surface, but no, that didn't work. Now then, let's see what this little chappy here needs.
We gem cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders. Looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer to see me.
So this is one of the earlier examples of backtracking in the game that would eventually become a staple of Spyro, and indeed quite a few platformers around this time, like especially on the Nintendo 64 with Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64, a lot of rare games that look at this, where you wouldn't have the ability to do something yet, so you had to have to play a bit further and come back to it. I think Wario Land is quite full of this as well. I was playing Wario Land 3 yesterday, and I'm like wondering, okay, how long do I need to wait before I can get all the stuff, you know?
Ah, you must be the dragon everyone is talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 attempts to cross.
Sorry, on the right trigger I have a speed up button. So, yeah. So sometimes I hit that by accident. I do apologise.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again, when you have even more gems.
There you go. Oh.
To get a good look around, hold down the triangle button. Try using triangle to look around this cave.
go.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude. This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
Okay. The homeworlds, that's what they call them. I should know that, really. Yes, so the homeworlds are the sort of lobbies or hubs, like the Artisan's homeworld, the... actually, it just rolled off the tongue so easily then, so I should have known. Yeah, the Artisan's homeworld, the Magic Crafters, the Dreamweavers, the Peacekeepers, and Nesting Orbs as well, which was, like, very artificial looking. Not much to it, mind, so, yeah. I think at that point they just wanted to say, get a move on. Like, there's nothing else you can do at this point. Just go. So, we'd unlocked a talisman, which, even though we aren't yet given the guidebook, canonically we do have it. So, in the guidebook we have here, so you can see here the completion for World 1, Summer Forest, Glimmer. Even though Glimmer is technically, like, we haven't started the game in Summer Forest like you would in Spyro 1 and Year of the Dragon, we have unlocked, the Glimmer is still part of it. So we have 283 of the 400 gems. We don't have the orbs yet, but we do have the magic pick. And this talisman, you need all the talismans to unlock the boss. It may be reminiscent to 40 Winks to some of our viewers.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
Okay, so in order to do this, we've got to, in order to get the orb here, which is another collectible, is to allow us access to certain areas. There we go.
Nice shooting. Follow me to the next lizard.
So the orbs are certain collectibles, and they allow us to progress further in the game, usually in the hub worlds, home worlds. So the next lizard is, oh yes, of course we've got a guide in there.
You can spit pretty far, Spyro. See if you can spit all the way to that lizard.
Oh damn, didn't make it. Nah, I gotta get a bit closer. We even have a charging jump.
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to aim. Press and hold the triangle button to aim, then press circle to spit.
Oh, nice. Right, I'm just gonna go grab the gems up there, and then we'll continue on. Oh, damn. A bit of patience, John. I really should be keeping track of time, shouldn't I? But, so I don't spend too much time on one level, but I really want to. I want to sort of slowly enjoy the game and, yeah, just take the time to appreciate all this, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to play Spyro 2 is going to be. So, yeah, and I want this recording to be as, I guess, as perfect as it possibly can be. I mean, I could, you know, play these games as often as I want to really and record them, but it doesn't really make much sense from a sort of YouTube point of view, does it? Maybe I'll have something else to comment on, I don't know. So I think the next one is up here. I've been playing a lot of Hell Let Loose lately, and trying to aim the bazooka is a bit of a pain. Indeed, grenade launchers in general, I like that Spyro just simplifies things. Like, if you aim somewhere, you're going to hit it. You know? Never been good with grenade launchers. Right, this one moves about a bit. So I'm going to let him settle first. There we go. Got him. One less. I do believe that Bounce, the gem cutter here, he actually has some hints of his own to give with each lizard.
You can pick up a rock in your mouth by just walking up to it. To spit it out, press the circle button.
Okay. Else as well. Spyro's cheeks are a bit chubbier as well. Right, I need to reposition. There we go.
Yay! You saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
The amount of clumsy characters that drop these orbs. It could actually go and save the world, you know.
You can have as many rocks as you like.
Seems to react. Okay. Now, I do believe that I saw someone glitching over there one time. Like, there's videos of people sort of breaking the boundaries of the map to show what's beyond. It's quite interesting as well, because sometimes there are things beyond, like, you can maybe just see down the back of there something, like almost like a periscope, has appeared. So, yeah. So, yeah, you'll see things like that throughout the games. There's stuff there. Absolutely no secrets there. At least that I know of. Perhaps waiting to be discovered by someone who's got a lot more time and is a lot more bored than I am.
The power-up is active, and you can restart our gem lamps. Flame all the lamps quickly, and the big gem lamp will light. The power-up will give you enough magic to fly for a short time.
So I should explain this. So these power-ups here, these sort of arches, you need these to be powered up by magic or what I call souls. Now my camera's probably going to be hiding this, but in the top right corner there is a little button. You can see on the guidebook towards the bottom there, the spinning circle. That's 14 out of 14. That's magic or souls, as I call it. And you get that from slaying enemies. And once you slay enough enemies, you will you'll have enough magic then to power up those power-ups. And then you can do things like this. But they're only available for a limited time, though.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
So, I do believe that's all the gems we can get so far. However, we're going to give it a bit of a try. So, in this game, pressing the X button. Oh, yeah. Pressing the X button during super flight allows you to sort of lift yourself up a bit more. As before, it would just speed you up. Now, we're not going to be able to get all the lamps because we need the climb ability to get the power up there. And when we come back here, the magic and all the enemies will reset, so we have to kill 14 enemies again. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get all the gems and all the crystal, thinking of Crash Bandicoot terms, all the gems and all the orbs this time round. But when we learn the climb ability in Autumn Plains, we will.
Oh no! Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gym cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What? Is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
There
Oh,
are
sorry, we did have the
14
guidebook. I do
talismans in
apologize.
Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
I, got a little lost.
Spyro's going to help us collect the talismans.
I am?
Yes.
Spyro,
Yes.
there's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talisman? If you come across any orbs, they're important too, but I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Something I forgot to mention as well is in both the European version and the US version, it seems, in Ripto's Rage, in the cutscene where Ripto is attacked by the fairy Zoe, he does say, "Kill it! Kill it!" And that had to be changed in text for later on. Because I believe it's Hunter or Laura who says Ripto has been killed, and it had to be changed in the subtitles to defeat it. Either that or it's a typo, but I do believe it was actually censorship at the time. So just to go around collecting the gems. Now I do believe that there is a... No, I can't seem to find it unless... Aha, I wonder if it's here. We have... a map. There we go. It's not particularly helpful. It doesn't really reveal a whole lot. Tells us of our cone of sight, as you can see, where we're at the moment, things like that. But really, beyond that, not a whole lot. Now, you can see here there's gems beneath the water that I unfortunately can't reach yet, and this is because I need the swim ability. Which I have to pay for.
Spyro, this is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you go to. Check your guidebook by pressing the start button and choosing the guidebook option to see which talismans you have collected.
So, the map is getting a bit distracting, but I'll keep it on a bit. And who knows, maybe we'll come across a level with some funny map designs. Yeah. Or perhaps a map that will reveal things that I previously didn't know about, some secret areas maybe. Or it might explain some things in the geography that I didn't quite understand before. No. Now I do want to have a quick look at the symbolism here. I sort of recognise these lower sort of glyphs. They're very similar to, like, I think it's Hinduism. Pretty sure it's Hinduism, but maybe.
Hiya, Spyro.
I'm not quite
Ripto
sure.
smashed this
I don't want to be
bridge,
insensitive.
So I guess you'll have to glide across it. Press X to jump, then press X again while you're still in the air to glide.
So Hunter's going to give us advice on how to glide. We don't really need this in Glimmer, but yeah. And of course, symmetry with even greater graphical fidelity, more polygons, just. Like, it actually looks like a circle. Yeah. I used to love doing that as well as a kid, just going around like that and just, oh, it's so satisfying. It's like visual ASMR. So, yes, I'm afraid the bridge has been destroyed, so Yeah, but if you fail to leap across like that, you'll have to go up the stairs. Conveniently located there. Now, Hunter will give us some more advice soon. Now, over here, this part's pretty blank at the moment, but this will have some significance, because this is where some portals are going to appear to help you get to the other homeworlds, because you travel to them linearly to begin with. Or rather, in a linear fashion. I don't believe linearly is a word. So we're going to just go and grab ourselves some of these gems for the time being. More gems in the walls and cryptic runes. I don't believe they actually mean anything or have been copied from it. I think it's just squiggles, really. But they're nice squiggles. It's nice to ponder that Avalar might even have its own language or something like that.
Hi, Spyro. You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press X and hold it down to get more hang time.
Okay. So if I just tap X like that, very short jump, hold X and I get much more time. So that's not going to cut it, but that will.
Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press X to jump, then press X again at the top of your jump to get the maximum glide distance.
Here we go.
Nice job. Now try to do a hover. Press X to jump, then press X again to glide. Then when you reach the end of your glide, press triangle to hover.
Oops, so daisy, sorry. Hovering will give you extra height and distance. There you go. Now, a lot of these jumps you can probably make without hovering.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the D-pad or analog stick when you hover.
Analog in the UK spelled with a U and an E at the end. Analog U. But you can just do a charge.
Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
I remember really struggling with that leap before. Now, at the moment, oops,
I'm just taking a break right now. I've got to rest for the next big race in Ocean Speedway.
That's going to have some relevance very soon. Now, over there, you can't see much, but if I just glide a bit further, you might be able to... Ah, damn. No, never mind. There is something that triggers over there. I don't want to talk to so many bugs just yet. Oh, that's another thing. Like I was speaking a language earlier. Characters in this game don't quite reveal exactly who they are on a first glance. If you read the instruction manual, though, you learn that Allura is the Queen of Avalar, and that she's been overthrown by Ripto. And Moneybags is Sir Moneybags. Ah, there you are. You just saw it there glitching. I had no idea what it is. I think it looked a bit like Horikos. I'm not sure. Now, does Zoe have any hints?
Sparks, the dragonfly following you around is your health indicator, Spyro. The brighter he is, the more hit points you have.
Just going to save very quickly and save the game. There we go. Excellent. So, I believe we've got all the gems and orbs we can get now. Let's see, what money do we have at the moment? How do I trigger it? Okay, 412 gems.
Sorry, Spyro. I'd love to teach you how to swim underwater, but not as much as I'd love to take your treasure.
Cost 500 gems. So what I'm going to do then is going to go to Colossus. And we're going to have a look at getting some more treasure. Clearing out this level. And then we'll see if we've got time to do anything else. Excuse me one moment. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of time. This is rather grim, I do apologise. I forgot that happened, so I take it back. So as you can see from the map, Colossus is a pretty linear level, but it's by no means, that just by no means means it is simple.
A Yeti has been rampaging around our home, but
Or
we
rather
managed
easy.
to trap him by shutting all the doors. If you talk to the other brothers, they will open the gates and guide you to him.
They spoke very melodically. I have to say, the monks. So we might finally see some of Spyro's combat capabilities. So, Spyro has, if you haven't seen previous videos, if you've never seen Spyro gameplay before, because I got a friend who bought the Spyro Reunited Trilogy from the Ukraine bundle or Humble bundle. He's never played the games before, but he's always wanted to. So
I should be able to open this door for you. The door's open. Leave me alone. I'm trying to meditate.
yeah. Please go over completely. I don't want to speak to people like they're an idiot, but I do like to go through all the very basics and such like that. Because eventually I will run out of things to talk about. Actually, I don't know. Right, so we can't charge bigger creatures like that, because they'll just squash us. So we have to use the flame attack. The flame attack's practically universal. However, it can't be used on like metal or metal objects or vases or armored targets.
Who needs a key when you know how to chant like this?
Now, in order to get Spark's health back, we have to
Enemies like those
target
yaks are too
fodder.
big to be charged. Your flame attack should easily take care of large enemies.
Otherwise known as like critters in MMOs, they are officially known as fodder in Spyro. So, we need 11 enemies here. We've killed 5 so far.
Each time you defeat an enemy, it will release a spirit particle. The spirit particles will activate the power-up in that world. If a power-up is inactive, you need to defeat more enemies.
Zoe sounds a bit different there. Like a bit more high-pitched maybe. I don't know if like they did some audio tweaking or something like that. Because like if you watch like interviews with like Stuart Copeland and like how he does the audio editing for the music, it's fantastic. He jokes about how like they pay me for this. Yeah, you can see like how the software and the hardware is using at the time. It's quite fantastic. Not too dissimilar to how like audio engineering is done today, really. Yeah.
Hey, look what I can do.
So this is a levitating platform. And oh no, it's not a levitating platform, sorry, it's actually a tiki head. That will not squash us if you try to get underneath it. What I love about Spyro 2's music is that there's way more of a tune to it. It's not just ambience, it's actually like a song.
Remember Hunter's advice. You will glide farthest if you press the X button at the very top of your jump.
That's one of my favourite parts of the Colossus theme. shame it ends there as well. But hey, what a high note to end on. So this is where the Yeti is being kept, but we're not going to go there just yet, because I just want to have a look around for some more gems. Now all the gems are all in the useful places. You may have noticed these statues around. They're going to come in handy very soon.
Even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should kill that Yeti. He's pretty tough, though. In fact, I'm not so sure you're up to it.
We're going to find out. This is very Dark Souls. Or not, as it turned out to be.
I thought the Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure the Yeti didn't eat it.
We will encounter the Yeti very late in the game. And also, well, he made his Spyro in, he made an appearance in Spyro 3 as Bentley's little brother's antagonist. Bentley was also a Yeti. Who was captured by that duplicitous larcenous Urson. Moneybags. It's amazing how I can remember specific dialogue like that, but I can't remember what a homeworld is. Right, let's just have a look. Is there anything down here? Because if not, I'm going to need that spring power-up. Oh dear. No, there's nothing right there. So, there's a bit of a shortcut. Ah, thank you. Yeah, in the distance, even though the gems don't always render, you can always find a little particle effect that reveals the gems. There we go. Right, we need this one now. I think gems are a bit more haphazardly placed in Spyro 2.
Oh, thank goodness you scared that evil spirit away. But now it will hide in the statues. If you were to flame all 10 statues, I'm sure you would chase it away for good.
I do believe that this is actually based on some real mythology, spirits and statues. So, I don't want to just rush through this part because I want to show off what the statues look like in comparison. There's a rocket that can only destroy this container here that's reinforced steel. The camera's a bit difficult when you haven't quite got the analog stick. So that's what the statue looks like with the spirit inside it. That's what it looks like without. Personally, I think it just needs a bit more fibre in its diet, but otherwise, yeah, that's fine. That's what that's what Lucasade does to you if you have too much of it. Now, what's there a statue back here? I'm trying to decipher what these things in the map are. Yeah, the spirit just moves around. That's great. There we go. I must demonstrate that on those vases you can't flame them, they are resistant to heat. And now we're going to get into one of the more annoying bits of the map. Yes, ice. I can't jump on ice, unfortunately. I have to slide around. I'm not going to to go in there just yet. That is relevant to us, but not just yet. Oh, I got 400 gems. Fantastic. Okay, so where's the next statues, I wonder? That will be the 9th. So I wonder if the 10th. I think the 10th is like always in like the place like you've just I know where it is. Because we've skipped it. It's down here. It's gonna be down here, of course it is. Because you've been using the spring shortcut.
Well done, Spyro! You've scared the evil spirit away! Why don't you take this? I borrowed it from the temple. They don't need it.
Okay, apparently that's fine. I really must watch that episode of Evil Genius by Russell Kane with Lara Croft to see if this kind of thing comes up. Stealing all these poor people's artifacts. Good lord. Anyway, they don't need it. Okay, fine, great. I mean, I would say it's for a good cause, but we could just ask them. You know, we're doing them a fair few favours. At least we could do is just ask. You know? So.
Ah, Spyro, welcome! We have found that hockey is a peaceful and calming sport. Would you like to join in a match against our goalkeeper?
Oh yes, I just remembered as well. The Yeti appears here as well. Also much later in the game, but he appears here as well.
You have 2 minutes to score 5 goals in the red goal.
Actually, what creature is the goalkeeper? Is some sort of bear? I'm going to get very frustrated because I haven't played Spyro 2 in a while. At least of all the original. So... Oh, that was risky, but I did it. So yeah, hockey is, there's like 2 games that you gotta do. I can't charge, I can't really do much. So some of the strategy usually lure him over this way and then... damn, that doesn't quite work. Because the puck travels faster than he does. Just going to launch down that way. Ah, damn. Ah, come. Yes. Barely made it. Oh, I've just seen behind the goalie's mask there. It's yeah, very rare glimpse I haven't quite noticed before. Oh damn! I've got 20 seconds to make this work, and I think like that's it. If this doesn't work, it's. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah, I don't think I would have had another chance.
Well done!
Oh. Have this. See, they're just giving them away. We didn't need to steal it from them.
Would you like to try a game of one-on-one?
No, I wouldn't, but I have to.
The first to score 5 goals wins. You are shooting at the red goal. Off you go.
A difficulty of 3 stars. I don't know what the highest difficulty challenge in this game is, actually. Probably much more difficult than this. Oops. Ah, there we are. Yeah, so the goalie's so the opponent's face is revealed. So, in this, you can actually use, you can employ dirty tricks. You can flame goalie, so you can flame the player. And he can also strike you as well. I don't know isn't. Fortunately, there is no time limit, but like this guy is pretty good. Yeah, thanks for knocking in the complete opposite direction. I think it was 3 goals, was it? And now the music's even faster paced. Unfortunately, these two aren't exactly prone to own goals and things like that. Nice. The book hadn't even settled in my mouth then. I had to choose between tackling him and but, oh, it's first to 5. Ah, damn. That wasn't going to work. Don't want the Fridays. There are no additional rewards for a flawless victory. Well, no additional rewards, I should say. Oh, damn, he's stuck in the puck. I can't. What on earth is he doing? Okay. That collision sound was brilliant. Okay. Oh, come on! Should have picked it up then. Unless the skill point in this level is to actually get... So, basically, as a bit of end-game progression, there's something called skill points, where basically you have to like fulfill like a hidden objective in the level. Usually like destroying all the plants or like something in the environment. There's something destructive in the environment you gotta take out. I don't know where the book is, I don't know where he is more anymore. I don't think that should have gone in, but hey, I'll take it.
Well done! Have this. If you stare at it long enough, you might not see anything.
Great, that was super helpful. I love that little fanfare. But yeah, and you could choose to play again if you want to. Okay, so these things on the map. So it appears as though these little green blips here are quest givers, and the red one is the talisman. But I think it only tells you that when you first discovered them, or the it might be the exit out, because there is no portal at the beginning of the level. You have to go to the end of the level to leave, or you can just go exit level like that and lose nothing. Your progress is completely saved. So that's quite good. So you're not really punished as such for leaving. So yeah, so the skill point, like I think, is like getting a flawless victory in a hockey match or something. If anyone does know, please tell me. I don't think it's that much of a spoiler. And I might go back and get it, because I think there might even be some more endgame stuff. Let's have a look at the time as well. Yeah, I got plenty of time. We'll do one more level, I think. And that'll be quite a good time to quit, I think, and then we can spend the next bit of time in the lobby doing a bit more. Excuse me, that home world. Doing more stuff. So, we now have enough treasure to buy swimming. And I think we will do just that. But first, we're going to use it in Idle Springs.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for a small fee.
A small fee? Pay 500 gems to learn how to swim underwater. Yes, please.
Great. Okay, when you jump in the water, you can use the D-pad to move around the surface, use square to dive underwater. When you are underwater, use X to paddle and square to charge.
But we won't be... Oh, actually, I'll tell you what we can do. I think we will demonstrate that. So, this water's too shallow to do anything in, I'm afraid. But... Oh, and you can actually... Oh, in this water, you can flame. Yeah. And here we have a whirligig as well. We use that to describe our clothesline that spins around. A whirligig. I don't know if that's the correct term. Moving on. So, I'm going to demonstrate down here. So, here we are. So, you can paddle like that, or you can charge. I typically charge around a lot. I don't really paddle. Yeah. Something else as well that I wanted to say was, like, Spyro was, like, one of the earliest games to try and actually get swimming right. Because underwater levels, a lot of people hate them. And I would actually like to ask in the comments, because I used to have, like, this topic of the episode thing. What are your favourite underwater levels, or your least favourite underwater levels? If you can choose both, that'd be fantastic. So here we have the orb. There we go. And I shall perch myself upon Colossus like a cat. Yeah, so I think Spyro was like one of the best games for demonstrating how swimming can be done decently. I'll just go back and check that I got all the gems there. And it'll be a good demonstration of swimming as well. Yeah, because so many games have really struggled with it. Like, especially on the Nintendo 64. It was such a pain in the backside. But no, that's not fair on the N64, because all the games were doing it badly as well, like Lara Croft. God almighty, couldn't control it Sim Life. And Spyro just moves so fluidly. In whatever direction you want him to. He'll move as well here as he will on the ground. You know, nice and easy, fluid movements. Also as well, if you try to breathe, if you try to use your flame underwater, you eject bubbles, which I think is a nice little demonstration. I can't do anything to this fish. Just go straight through them. Although there is some minor collision to them. So yeah. Similar story that, like with Nasty Nork's picture in. Oh no, I'm not going to go down here just yet. In Spyro the Dragon, with Ripto's flags there, banners rather. The closer you get, the better quality they are. And that counts the exact amount of gems that you have, which I've always liked. It did it in Spyro 1 as well. I'm pretty sure it counts the exact amount, which must be quite taxing on the system, surely. You know, the heartbreak in that was evidently visible. But when it comes to like platforms, like raising and falling and things like that, it's all shifting. They look as if, like, when they're together, they look as if they're... You wouldn't be able to tell when they split apart. So, the map on this is almost like a circuit, which is very much true to how it is. Now, we can go underwater, but we won't be doing that just yet, because I want to focus on the talisman first. Because that's orb challenges.
Spyro, the idols we were carving have come to life. They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food.
Now, I'm pretty sure this was one of the... that voice actor did actually a lot of voices for the game, and elsewhere as well. Now, the camera's got a bit funny here. It seems to be focusing on this part here. And you'll find out why much later. So these NPCs you can't talk to, but they will sometimes hit themselves in the head. The hammer. Release a wooden sound. So we can't flame that because it's got a metal shield. So we have to charge it. Those other beasties as well, we can't charge them because they're too big, so we have to flame them. Just want to enjoy the architecture a bit. I have to give it to this game that they really do, when they say they're going to make a level look like, when they describe it, when they give a name to a level, they actually appropriately name it.
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. You press and hold the square button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
It was one of the criticisms I had with Crash Bash, where, sorry, no, not Crash Bash, Crash Team Racing, where, like, you wouldn't be able to look at a level and tell me that it was based on Crash Bandicoot. Whereas Crash Bash, on the other hand, actually is like the most Crash-like game that isn't a platformer. That's real strange, but that's... And that wasn't by Naughty Dog. Crash Team Racing was by Naughty Dog, and you wouldn't be able to point to that much of that game and say, this is evidently Crash Bandicoot. Like the art style, like the graphical fidelity and art style, yeah. But when it comes to like the architecture and such, no. Perhaps we'll do a Let's Play of that one day. Because that is one of my favourites. I didn't really think much of Nitro Refueled, if I'm honest. Especially because of the name. It's just like, come on, it's really uninspired. Oh dear, but I guess they're trying more than most. They're just saying remastered, because no one knows what a remaster is today.
To aim the camera
At least in
left or right,
games.
press the L2 or R2 button.
So that basically. Now Hunter will go into the active camera stuff later. I won't do that just yet. I was tempted to do so because it would make things a lot easier. But I used to prefer the camera on active, sorry, on passive, because that allows you to then use the sticks like that. Or the analog sticks, if you, well, it doesn't do it now, but because it's an emulator, but on the PlayStation 1, you use your sticks to move the camera, if you had that controller. Because it's important to note, because I don't know how many people will actually know this. Perhaps you didn't play at the time, but the PlayStation 1 controller didn't just come with analog sticks. They were quite new for the time.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. For the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
And reliable joysticks as well, or analog sticks, because quite a few like PC controllers had them as well, but they, like, good luck finding if they were compatible with your game, you know. Joysticks and controls in general for PC weren't particularly great. You had to get them from a brand like Mad Catz, which I didn't have much luck with on consoles. I really didn't like unofficial stuff because of Mad Catz, but they were okay. They appear to be actually quite good nowadays. If you can get anything like that for like the current systems or the previous generation systems, they're much better than they were. So yeah, but yeah, like controllers like only the PlayStation 1 didn't just come with analog sticks. There was a separate peripheral that came later down the line, and they would advertise it in books, in the instruction manuals, and memory cards and things like that. Again, you didn't get a memory card free with it, I don't think. That was something that they put into the system, but you had to buy separately, which is a bit like what you have to do with the other peripherals. Now, anyone who's played Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer or Ripto's Rage is probably looking at this thing and thinking, oh god, this is going to take forever. And you may be right, because sometimes I have some luck with it and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get it immediately and sometimes it might take about 20 minutes.
I've been locked in here with all our tools, and the giant idleheads won't let the workers in unless we can solve the 3 puzzles they've given us. The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
3-star difficulty. This is, along with having trouble with the trolley A, something of a meme in the Spyro community. And you're about to find why. Fairly simple puzzle. All you gotta do is just turn all these. looks yellow. Now, sometimes I get it in less than like 3 turns. That's not happening today, though, is it? Oh, there we go.
Wow, Spyro, you did it! I mean, I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
That could have taken hours back in my childhood. It didn't, actually, it wasn't far off from that. It did take me a long time to get it. And yeah, it's like, finally I did it. Woohoo. So the tool chest isn't opening up yet. Also, as well, this is the only time you will see this tool chest, and it has a really strange hitbox. So that's basically it for this room. Look, any symmetry on the ceiling? Oh my word! I didn't realise. It's quite nice. That I love the lighting in this game. They've done a terrific job with it. Never really bothered looking at the ceiling before, and of course here. Yeah, I don't know why they have so many like holes in the ceiling to like light through. I don't know if that was some sort of like maybe they didn't know how to make a circle and like sort of pinch the end of it, so to speak. Or what, but yeah.
He won't be satisfied until he's swallowed 10 fish. He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
Right, so he likes orange fish, he likes blue fish. But, as you'll find out now, he doesn't like red fish. He spits, I think, about 5 fish out. Oh no. And you've got a very limited window as well to... Oh, damn. Oh. So you have to be quite quick on the draw with some of these. What I find helps is hovering my finger over the X button until I see like a blue or an orange fish, and then pressing the circle button.
Okay, Spyro,
or
just
A
one
button
more
and then
puzzle to
pressing
go.
the B button.
I'll meet you
Because like my finger's flinching and going to the circle button ready to flame, but I think, oh no, not yet. It's like that trigger discipline, I guess, for firearms. I say trigger discipline as if it's something newfangled. That there trigger discipline. He's got some of that there trigger discipline. I don't know what accent I was trying to do there. I do apologise. I think it was meant to be like Cornish or something. West Country accent. See, I can't do it when I've got like my headphones on. I think that's actually the reason why I struggle so much with role-playing my character in D&D. Because I like to play a brummy character, like Gorville Grimhammer. I can't quite do it as well with my headset on.
You will solve the puzzle. I only know what the first one is. It's up to you to figure the rest out.
Okay. This again doesn't need a difficulty of 3. And this is one's lateral thinking, really. So it's a star. So it's either a what we've got here is blue. So we've got blue star, blue box, a square shape, or a star. So it is either the star shape here.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve the puzzle.
So it's not that. So it must. So is it the icon? The star icon there. Okay. So there's not a green box. So maybe it's the hexagon, or is it the star? Well, it can't be the star shape, can it? Nope.
If you.
There we go. So now we're looking for the. There's not a green box at the hexagon. I wonder. Hexagon shape. Two triangles there, so we're looking for diamond. Oh no, orange. Orange is next one. There we go. So the moon. Then we're looking for the triangle. What a lovely sound.
Nice job, Spyro. You're pretty smart for a dragon. All I have to give you is this shiny thing I found in our toolbox.
They're quite bouncy, aren't they? These orbs. They filled with helium, maybe. Yeah, and the box is empty. And can you, of course, everyone wants to know, can you get in the box? No, you can't, unfortunately. I actually think that's maybe where the hitbox, like, sort of gets funny. It's because the lid opens up, maybe. And then if you could actually stand on it, on top of it, then you'd just end up hovering on top of the box. So that's it, yeah, that's the area. This idol does nothing else. Except look very intimidating. So now we've got to go all the way through the level. Tempted as I am to actually long play this, I really couldn't. I'd love to. I'd love to long play this loads of times, do all sorts of commentary on it. I wouldn't get bored of it, honestly. It's just that unfortunately, biology and yeah, I needed to get off my arse and do something every now and again. Unfortunately, takes precedent. I must look into Q&A, doing like QA jobs, because that means doing like the same thing over and over again. Because I'm autistic, I get to do like a lot. I love routine, so I could probably do that just fine. Searching for bugs, jumping into walls, trying to find glitches and whatnot. Yeah. So I hadn't demonstrated this earlier, and really I should, but like the level looks pretty bland from the surface, but then you get into all the crazy platform that you have to do around here, and actually it starts to make sense in its own weird way. Yeah. And then yeah, now you appreciate why it's a circuit. And that is where the toolbox is. Those windows, which I'd never noticed before. So now we have to detonate this rocket, which destroys something on an island over here. Now, I don't believe in the remastered trilogy you could actually fly there. I think you had to let all the gems fall into the water. I'm not sure. I don't think you can make it. I don't know why. Unless I just had great trouble with it. I don't quite remember. I really should have watched those episodes. I shall ask my darling Larissa. I'm sure she'll know. She watches them more than I do, I think. To say I love the sound of my own voice. So yeah, so yeah, some nonsensical things to begin with, like why is this pillar here? And then you realise, oh, actually, it's so we've got to go up there, and platform on all these different things. Now, I don't believe I have the ability yet, do I? No, sorry. Unless Sparks doesn't. No. Sorry, I'm just trying to test something. I think later in the game, or in Spyro 3, or rather Spyro Year of the Dragon, I don't think it was officially called Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon, the Sparks can actually point you to gems. Point you in the direction of gems, in the general direction. So, I just want to grab all these gems, because I don't want to be distracted first, as I said in the Nasty Nork encounter of Spyro the Dragon. So, I'll tell you what, no, let's see what the objective is first. So.
It's fabulous to see you, Spyro. Now that the supercharged power-up is active, you can charge through the pedestals and send the dancing hula girls over here to help me.
Okay. So.
Ooga, ooga.
Oh my word.
Ooga, ooga. Ooga, ooga, ooga.
I was a bit taken aback by that, because I don't know if that would... I don't know if that would be considered insensitive in games anymore. I don't know. So let's try this again. So yeah, you got to get them all in one go. Alright, okay. They're still in the air. I like the animation, they're just flying them back to the pedestals. So you got to get them all in one go, I'm afraid. So let's do this again. I do like that he's actually a drink. That he's actually like a drinking vessel with the straw and the leaves and the cocktail umbrella there.
Look at that. The hula girl's rain dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
Interesting they don't say Roman candle with a capital R, unless perhaps it's some kind of different Roman candle. So it's like it's not actually named after the Roman people or the Roman Empire, whatever. So, what lovely dancing! It does actually match the the song in a way. So the supercharge has no more use here, I'm afraid. So what have we left to do? We've got to find F-I-N-D, John. Find 5 F-I-V-E gems. Find 5 gems. It's not that hard, John. See, in all these years I've been away, I still haven't learned to enunciate. Where could they possibly be? I have to be very careful, because they may be in the water. This is another thing I like about Spyro as well, is that you don't have breath as such. There's no sort of holding your breath mechanic. I don't need that in games. I've never liked it. I see no reasons for it. I mean, I can understand in certain games, okay, fine, you go for the realism factor, but like in the platform game, come on. I get that it adds a challenge or whatever, but you could still have, like, you will see that you can have challenge. I mean, I know sometimes I make this game look a bit easy because I've been playing it for so many years, and it is a children's game at the end of the day. But there are still challenging components to it, and you can have that without shitty controls and holding your breath. I also like as well the Sparks has a bubble around him to protect him. Ah, there it is. In that bottle. So, that's another level completed. So, once we get back to the homeworld, I'm going to call it there. Although, I really should mop up as much as... Bear with me. No, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will go back to... I'll go through the portal and then I'll call it there, because we are actually running out of time, I'm afraid. I don't want these to carry on for too long. Just let the cutscene play. I like that one. Yeah, so I'm going to call it quits there, Callinator and all that, and hopefully I'll have some comments on like favourite water levels or underwater levels. Also, some little games that have really good swimming mechanics. I'll sort of end on the discussion here actually. I know that in World of Warcraft, people really didn't like the idea of an underwater raid. Because, at least it had some initial appeal, and then it sort of died down once people went to like not Nezhatar, not Vol'jin, whatever the name was, and it didn't really sort of take off because it cost the developers quite a lot to actually do that. And hello, there's the Glimmer over there. Which usually means there's gems. Ah. I wonder if that's talked about the on the map, the sort of leftmost part, maybe. Because I think like you sort of, it's like the old Duke Nukem map design, maybe, where like the levels aren't connected as such, so you go through a portal essentially, or a doorway that takes you to this other part of the map. Like in Dark Souls 2, how the maps aren't necessarily connected, even though you go through elevators and whatnot. You actually just transport to another level without a loading screen. So maybe that's it. I don't know. But we're going to find out later on. So in fact, that might be... In fact, let me just... I think the part of the map that we could see over here, not very well, is actually the left partmost of the mini-map. I think that suddenly just flashes there is what's over there. On the other side of that wall. And I think this wall is here to stop you from just getting there. It may require me to go out of bounds, but I don't know how to do that. I might have to find that out as a little treat for the end of the video. I can't make it happen. Darn. So yeah, please do let me know your favourite underwater levels, water levels in general. But yeah, because you're going to find there's going to be a lot more water action in this game. Ooh, Matron. So, yeah, so I'll leave it there. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, and yeah, I hope you have yourselves a very nice weekend now that it's coming up. I don't know when I'm going to do the next part of this. I don't know whether this one will be uploaded. I'm going to try and upload it as soon as I can, to be honest. See if we can get some engagement and whatnot. So then I've got something to talk about in the next video. But I'll have enough if there's no comments. So, thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, and ta-ta for now.